Okay, so this one is the crochet joining. So you're gonna put two pieces together like this, like you would with sewing, and you're gonna do a crochet join right here. So you're gonna put together whatever is your front side, they're gonna be touching, right side's touching. So the only reason that that is so important is if you want a seamless finish, that'll be your right side. If you want this big seam, which could look cute in some, depending on what you want, you know, then this could be your front side, so you would put wrong sides together. So just know that whatever pieces are touching, that's going to be the side with no seam. And whatever pieces you're working on that side, that's going to be where the crochet seam is. So you get a hook slightly smaller than what you would normally use for this yarn. So I think this yarn is telling me to use a J size, but I'm using, which I think is 6mm, I'm using 4.5mm. I don't remember what letter that is, but it's smaller. That's not too important.
No, I just want to look at it. Sorry to waste time.
You don't need to make your slip knot. You're just going to work with an end thread. You also don't have to cut a piece like we did for the mattress stitch. You can keep it attached to the yarn. So you're going to put your right sides together, or wrong side, depending on what you want to use. Try to make your rows clear for yourself when you do this, so that you don't get lost there. So it doesn't matter what side you start on. Again, if you want that little eyelet, you're going to start a couple rows down and let your corners be cut off, like rounded, like you have them. If you want to force the corners, you start at the second stitch right there. So the second stitch, see I got my garter stitch right here, it's doing that little nub thing. You're going to find that one. Instead of taking both of those, that whole V stitch, I only took the one edge, because I found that if I took both of them, it made it a little bulkier, and then the seam, when I laid this flat, wasn't very flat. It kind of curved in like a book, and it wasn't really pretty. So I just took the one on both sides here like that, and then you just loop it around. Give yourself a long tail so it doesn't slip out. Pull through, and then do one chain to secure that there. And then you go to the next stitch, so you're going to skip your garter row, or add that second one, and you're going to go into that stitch there. And you're going to do a double crochet. So you pull through once and then pull through twice. And no chain, just leave it with the two right there. I'm going to go through, whoops. Go through there, and I'm having trouble finding that. There it is. Right there. Pull through once, pull through twice. Pull through once, pull through twice. Again, try to keep your tension fairly loose so that it lays flat like this when you're done with it. If you pull too tight, it will not lay flat. Once, twice, whoa. Pretend that didn't happen.
Amateur.
Yep. I'm sure that your mom would make short work of this. And it's a simple stitch too, so like you guys could probably both work on it and get it done half the time. That's not in the right stitch. That first one is, the second one is not there. This one is a little faster for me. I don't know, for you, the whip stitch or mattress stitch might be a little faster. This one's a little faster for me. When you finish it out, you just cut, you know, like you normally would and weave it in. Pull that through. And then I'm not gonna, it's easier to weave in with the embroidery needle, but it's a pain for me to put that through. So anyway, you weave it through, lay it flat. This crochet ridge is gonna kind of be pointy, so that you can push down or leave it alone, whatever. On the back side, that's what it looks like. This tail is a little loose, so it's pretty seamless. It's a little easier to keep this uniform, at least for me. It was easier to keep that uniform versus the mattress stitch because of the angle stitch on the mattress stitch. So if you're using the same color, then that's what that looks like. And those are the two that I think would be most effective. They're strong stitches. They won't come undone. They won't, you know, they all look the same when you pull it all out. So anyway, that's all.